While my journey of writing is a path of mine that is well established from the depth of my experiences, my journey of painting is a castle that I've just begun to explore. Painting is living my story out loud in a colorful and deeply sensual way. I always have this feeling of wanting to bathe in the colors, of holding the paints in my hands, feeling it between my fingers. Painting is a living testament to my existence that I have allowed the infinite nature of who I am to flow through me. This innate knowing that there's magic in every brush against the canvas. This innate knowing that the magic of the infinite is playing with me in those moments. This innate knowing that as the blank canvas is being covered, the infinite is birthing itself, growing on the canvas, and after the paints upon the canvas have dried, the magic wouldn't cease as the infinite continues evolving, becoming more of the beauty that it has created, becoming more of itself. I have the honor of exploring the halls of my castle and decorating its walls with canvases of the infinite.
And the next piece, it's called Quenched. Quenched. Every moment with you, all and everything of me was saturated in the springs of my soul. I was drinking the fresh waters of the raw vitalities of my soul, waters that flowed forth from the streams of spirit herself, waters that would quench only my thirst, waters that would quench only my thirst. And I was discovering not just the absolute that I am, but also in that discovery is the birthing of this unique expression of the absolute, and realizing that everything that I was receiving, all those inspirations, it was unique, very unique to who I am, to who Chelsea is, and realizing that that was in a sense the be all and end all. This is where my focus needs to be in my life, and enjoying those clarities that's flowing. So so quenched. Clearly I think I need to drink something. Okay, so the colors, again, it was just a blue, these like dark blues and these light blues, and again it's really feeling that it's such a co-creation. So I allow what I'm feeling, and then source comes in and allows that magic and that playfulness to flow through and to come through in it. And so the next painting, it's called Enchanted Castle. Enchanted Castle. With you, my love, I was a princess at home in her castle. I still remember that moment. A moment like that carves itself into your heart. It was the first time I felt my spirit. I felt her glowing from my eyes. I still remember that moment. A moment like that carves itself into your heart. And what I was feeling, that glow from my eyes, I felt the wealth of my spirit just shining through me in this in this beautiful and grand and majestic way that still felt very intimate and personal to who I am. And enchanted castle. So the color just felt like purple to me. It just felt like purple. And what was interesting, or I should say my playfulness about this, was that I actually, if you look at Quenched, there's like a purple, there's like some purple in the border around it. And what I did was that when I painted Enchanted Castle, that I literally just like, I stuck the two paintings together, and then I removed it. And this is how the Enchanted Castle was born. In this way. And I like that it shows it feels like it shows the depths of what all and everything that there is to explore. Like it's a very intricate and a very detailed experience, and it's just so majestic in that sense. So the next painting, it's called Stroll. I discovered how warmly the culmination of the wild colors of who I am existed. Life was a lazy Sunday afternoon, laying in bed with you, feeling the warmth of the sun fill our room where it felt a little hot and sticky. A stroll along life's boulevard, savoring in all the wonderful things life joyfully offered to us. And so the painting, essentially, it feels like this beautiful sunset, and it just feels very relaxed. That life is just flowing in this really beautiful way. And I remember the vision that I received at that time, that I was really enjoying. And it was that feeling that I was walking along this boulevard, and there were all these like cots on the side of the road, and they literally felt like life's cots. And it was this feeling that they were just selling and just offering all of these the beauty of what life has to offer, and just this feeling that life really intimately knew who I am. And I could feel that in the air, I could feel that in the atmosphere walking along this boulevard. And it just felt really sweet. It felt really the atmosphere felt like lively. So that was Stroll. And then the next one is Rhythm. I felt your rhythm, and he was quite inviting, an invitation that flowed forth from your freedom. Your rhythm was electric, strumming the strings of his guitar. That was the way you moved, darling. That was the way you moved, darling. And I feel like the painting itself, it carries this essence of rhythm itself, of movement, and this electric nature, that it feels almost funky in a sense. And with rhythm, it reminds me of what I was talking about earlier, my paintings feeling that playful sense of co-creating. And I just felt the thought that I received at the time was that feeling of knowing who I am and allowing that to flow freely and just being in my rhythm and moving in my rhythm, and then just the thought of co-creating with someone else who moves in their own rhythm, moves in their unique rhythm, and then thinking of what happens when these two rhythms start moving in harmony together. These two unique rhythms vibing with each other, and that felt so alive. It felt so electric. It felt so beautiful. It felt like being in the song itself. It felt like being in the dance itself. So that was rhythm. And the next painting, it's called Twinkle. So this is where, so what I wrote here, it's the day I looked at your eyes and I saw that twinkle, I saw that gentle, sweet twinkle of the raw existence of your spirit. What a realization engulfed my soul. So this is where I felt the collection, the natural motive behind the collection really revealing itself, unfolding itself. So but this is just the beginning for us. Initially, the inspiration for it was a culmination of all the inspirations that I was having prior, and it sort of just like played out in a movie in my head one day, and I was like, I have to write this, and so I was writing it, and in a sense it was new, it was fresh, but it was also very familiar to me. And then as I continued writing and I came to the twinkle, that's when I felt oh, like this is new, like this is something that I haven't felt before, that I haven't experienced before. And so the vision that I saw at the time, it's that feeling of looking into this person's eye and seeing that twinkle, and it was just this feeling of being so alive in this clarity of myself, that I walked past this person and was able to see so effortlessly that twinkle of the raw existence of their spirit. And when I saw that in my vision, the first thing that I thought was, how can it be this simple? Like, how can it be this simple to just walk past and you look in this person's eyes, and you see that so easily and so simply and so beautifully. It's like one of those moments where time stands still, right? But it's not like an epic, it doesn't feel epic and grand. Like it feels even more special. It feels even more intimate. And so I was asking myself that question, how can it be so simple? And then when I received the answer, it was such a beautiful answer, and it excited me. It just excited me so much, and that unraveled into the last piece of This Is Just the Beginning for us, which it's called us. And so this is This is a quote from the narrative. I experienced every elixir of you that your soul poured into the maelstrom of your existence. And I experienced every elixir of me, my soul poured into the maelstrom of mine existence. And yet, this is just the beginning for you, for me, for us, my love. And so it was like everything just culminated into this moment where I was realizing that I have been exploring very deeply who I am. I have been experiencing the depths of who I am. I've been asking the questions and receiving the answers and moving forward and allowing myself to explore more of it. And that essentially answers the question of how can it be so simple? How can it be so simple? Because the complexity of it, in a sense, already exists within me. It already exists as me, and it's like it's flowing in my spirit. It's flowing in my soul. It's alive in my soul, and that's why. And it's easy to see that twinkle. It's so simple to see that spark, and that was really beautiful. So in the last painting, us, I felt very like playful and free while I was painting this, just really exploring what was unfolding, was the possibility of what could unfold, because it was new to me. It was so new to me in those moments, and so I put these different colors onto the canvas, and then I think that I did like I painted it with my fingers at some point, and again when the canvas dried and I looked at it, like I could just feel like I'm just holding the entirety of my heart in this painting. I'm just holding the entirety of my heart, and it's a sense of how deeply I cherish my heart, how deeply I honor everything that is precious to me and matters to me. And it shows this sense of nurturing that flows forth from me, and it feels very sacred to who I am. And so I can feel me holding the entirety of my heart, and then I could feel source, the source of who I am, the creator, holding all of it, and in a sense, almost not almost, it's that because it matters to me, it matters to my creator, and because it's sacred to who I am, it's sacred to my creator, because it's my heart, it's cherished in much greater depths than I could possibly cherish it by my creator. So I feel that the painting, it's very layered. The clarities of this collection, it's very deep and it's very layered, and it has a lot that is offering, a lot that is giving, a lot that is pouring out, and it's sort of this feeling that it takes you wherever you are and carries you to more of who you are, and it's almost like it's just its intention is it's just to have that experience of just enjoying who you are, and it wants to find you. It wants to enjoy who you are. So, okay, wow, we're 40 minutes already, and that's really funny because I didn't even think that I was going to talk about it in such depth, because I already uploaded the collection on my channel with the full narrative, where I read the narrative over the collection. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier, but I would leave that in the description box below. And in the next video, I would be sharing my second painting collection, and that's called The Jewels of Her Existence. The Jewels of Her Existence. And the other thing is that I uploaded a series where I talk about my writing journey, and I was sharing some of the pieces from the books that I wrote. And I'll also leave a link to the playlist to those videos in the description box below. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys received some clarity, and yeah, I'll end the video here for now. So take care and enjoy the rest of your day, guys. Bye.